We got Hippie here in the studio with us. He gonna share about his brand, about his events. So let's get into it. So you have a brand called Hippie Juice.
Yeah.
So tell us about Hippie Juice.
Shit, man. Essentially, it's the juice that brings you happiness. That's what we go by.
Where did the name come from?
Hippie Juice?
Yeah, like that's your nickname.
I wish it was my biological name, but
Yeah.
it's just the nickname. But yeah, it came from essentially the name Hippie Juice. Hippie name Gage is the nickname I kind of gave myself in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a chef as well, so you cook. So, did that spark your interest in maybe? Oh, you know what? This could use something a juice.
Right. Nah, well, for me, it's like I really don't know how I really came up with the idea of doing the juice. I feel like it was just me trying to prove a point of like I could sell anything and that anything could really be sold, really. And I was just really trying to say like, shit, the team that I had at the moment was just we was live. Like I'm just like, shit, we can sell anything. We put our name on it. Watch this. You know what I mean? Watch this. You know what I mean? Like, like watch how easy it is. Like, so put a name on it and maybe put some power and some branding behind it, and it became Hippie Juice. We spent a lot of money on weed, a lot of money on just weed products in general. As far as like backwoods, like we were buying a pack a day. Plus, like the time, like I'm not really trapping. I'm just more so making money off my whatever I'm hustling and just smoking. Probably buying like a quarter or a half a day, just smoking plus a pack of woods or two. So like just think about how much money I'm spending. Plus I'm in a room full of like 6-7 people, maybe 10, and we all got something to prove. So we about to bring in a pack. Like we bringing in a pack, 2 packs. So we didn't get these folks $5 to $14 each. You know what I mean? Like we didn't get these folks basically $7 each in a room of 10 every day.
That's crazy.
Every day, like just think about, and that's just they got us on a schedule, on a robotic schedule. It's a cheap product that we don't even remember that we spend money on, miscellaneous purchase. You know, so just seeing that, it's just like, why don't I have something in this industry that I like, that I love? Like I smoke weed, so shit, I'm out to just create some shit that can fund me smoking weed and then do my other shit too.
Right. I feel like in some way your business should reflect you and your in your beliefs or like principles in some way. It has to resonate with your identity so you can have a following, you know what I'm saying? So I could definitely tell that's through and through. You seem like a prove 'em wrong type guy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like one thing about it is I love when like somebody tell me I can't do something. Then like, oh man, good.
Right.
I'm gonna show you I can, like type shit.
My
So
thing
like,
is like I've been told that all my life, and I'm still being told that. So it's like I definitely got something to prove. I got a lot of shit to prove, and yeah, like that's that's me on the head. Is like I'm not taking no days off.
facts. So one of your events, Blunts and Brunch. Tell us about that.
Oh man, so Brunch and Brunch is essentially that's my baby. I really like that event just because it kind of combines like all my worlds, like the hospitality world with like just being a chef and also just being in the cannabis industry. I really want to focus on just hospitality and really creating experiences. I feel like that's kind of like a market that's really untapped right now. Is focusing, on the overall experience of cannabis.
Facts. So what impact do you want to make on cannabis culture, and how has the journey been so far in this industry? Uh, Not too many. I don't meet too many black men who dive into the cannabis industry in a legitimate way. So, what's that journey like been like for you?
Shit for me, honestly, it's been cool. Like I can't say that it's just all the way 100% legit, since because Texas isn't a legit state, but as far as like the CBD, the D8,
Yeah,
like those are moving good. Like we
yeah,
have good relationships with a lot of Houston smoke shops that have a good volume. So
Yeah.
yeah, like we're pushing that in that direction. Far as like the THC brand is like I'm really just trying to push it as much as possible.
Only thing you can do, my bro.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, definitely Blunts and Brunch, man. We gonna come check it out, man. We gonna let us know if y'all wanna see what go down at Blunts and Brunch, man. We gotta create a platform where we don't have one. We gotta be a voice for each other, man. That's the only way to get it. If we not doing that, then we ain't doing shit.
We're doing a lot. You know what I mean? We're doing a lot, and if you like not price match but age match, you know what I mean? Like us compared to like a lot of like I look at Eon, I look at Jeff Bezos, I look at like all the people who really got money, even like motherfucker LVMH, like the owner who owns that, like he's the second richest man in the world, or he goes between the first and the second richest man in the world, and he got luxury goods, shit that people can't afford. You know what I mean? Like, and he making money. You know what I mean? So it's like, where were they when we were our age?
Right.
And where could we be with the front?
Right.
You know, we're here with no fronts. Like, look at this shit. You got fucking 3-4 cameras. I don't even know how many cameras you got in this bitch. How many setups? All the technological shit you know how to do. Like, this is an asset. This brand, your face, all this shit is an asset. You know.
I'm trying, bro. Like real shit. Like where I'm from, man. Like this shit was really just like it felt more impossible than like possible. Like real shit. Like I love home. You know what I'm saying? I visit my parents, New Orleans.
Okay.
So like I visit my people, but like I really can't stay longer than 3 days, though.
Man, like, why the accent came out when you started talking about New Orleans? Yeah,
it's
just like you said New Orleans, and it's just like, hey, baby, like, but it's hard, bro. Like, nah.
So, I hope, man, people keep rocking with us, man. I hope that this thing grows, man, because I feel like we still trying to find our footing, but it's gonna come. Where we at now is just experience and more experience and repetition and consistency and just finding that right groove and finding our people. You know what I'm saying? Our community. We want to put real information out there. We want to help others grow, as well as grow. So Houston, this my second year out of here in Houston, and it took me about a year to get comfortable out here. Like the driving, yeah, man,
right.
Like it's crazy out here. So you're from Beaumont. I ain't gonna lie. I used to think Beaumont was just like a pass through because I never really been in. Like I never stepped. Right. Maybe at a gas station, but like it was always like on the way to Houston.
Right.
But you in Houston now.
Yeah.
Okay. So wasn't really a big jump, but definitely a difference though.
Right, and being back and forth is like it's weird because like I spent most of elementary in Houston, but I also spent like the second half of elementary in Beaumont. You know, I spent most of my childhood in Beaumont, like, but I also spent a section of my childhood in Houston. Like, I don't remember Houston as a child. I remember Beaumont.
Okay.
Like, I remember Beaumont. Like we stayed in the North End, right by Prince Street. You know, right off Prince Street. Like, yeah, Pine Street Park. Beaumont's a vibe. Like, I have no complaints about Beaumont. It's just more so like it's something you gotta appreciate. Just like you gotta be there to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, cause now that I'm out here in Houston and it's so fast. Like, if I ever want to escape, like I'm just gonna drive to Beaumont. Like I'm gonna drive to Beaumont and do my childhood routine type shit. Like, and just I might go sit in the driveway, like, you know, driveway of my grandmother's old house and just smoke a blunt or, you know, chill, vibe, and just like kind of like ground. I go to Beaumont to ground because Beaumont's so small that like the fake and the real get called out quick. Like, I'm such a I'm a confront it first kind of person because Beaumont you can't hide. Like you can't hide from shit. Like it's so small. Like it's literally so small, and whether it's small as fuck. If you're in the Golden Triangle, like it's small. Like, and a lot of people out there, their mindset is like Houston is the biggest thing. And me being from both, I kind of got to see that, like, it's the same shit everywhere, bro. If you could struggle here, you could struggle there. Like, it's just more so choosing your struggle and then climbing out of that, you know. My upbringing was a little bit different just because, like, my parents were divorced and I was had the opportunity to have, like, two present fathers, you know what I mean? A stepfather who, like, loved and adored me, and then also a real father who wasn't about to, you know, bow down to his role, you know, like, just relinquish his title type shit. Like, he's like, I'm a father. And I'm like, you know? So with that, it's like my dad, he's corporate America, like, suit and tie, can get all the shit done, you know, get everything done. Like, yeah, like he's like the perfect man type shit by standards and just the way he holds his family down. My stepdad, he's a perfect man too, but in the streets, you know what I mean? Like, he went to prison for 16 years, like, but you would never know it. You would never know it. And the respect that he has in the city of Beaumont, in the city, period, from here to California, from everywhere, all over the world, like all over the US, like he's a real man type shit. And he gonna make his presence felt without, like, trying to dominate the situation.
Right.
Like, and from him I learned, like, you know, how to be present. How to be present and be respected, you know.
My dad was strong in my life too.
Mm-hmm.
He really was a strong example of hustle, grit, and like perseverance. Like I watched him my whole life, and he wasn't the type of dude that'll like take you out to the park, or like he wasn't the type to like. I mean, the nigga was always working.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But my mama, my brother, 10 years older than me.
Oh, that's good.
So like, he's an architect, corporate. Like, but my dad is a drywall finisher and a painter. He have his own like painting and commercial business.
Right.
So, but I knew him before that, and then I watched him grow that. My grandfather, but that family trade, that's a family trade that's been around since my great grandfather.
Right.
So we all do carpentry. We all know like drywall and painting.
It's in the blood.
It's crazy,
like, bro. My grandfather the same way. Like my granddad, from my dad's father. This studio, imagine like playing in this thing times like, not times like 10, but like times 5. As a kid, you know, he wasn't rich. He was just an artist. You know what I mean? That's where his money was going. He used to work for a radio station, and so they closed down the radio station. So he got all the equipment. So, like, you go in the house, first place I'm going to at my grandmother's house in Longview is like to my grandfather's studio. Like, that's where I'm trying to be. He's in there recording music. He had the first like just green sheet I seen, like, and this is like early 2000s. I'm born in 1994, so like, imagine just growing up around somebody who wasn't afraid to express, I'm gonna be creative, you know, like, and
it's tough, bro.
It's like you kind of got like, to work for anybody is kind of hard, like, after having like a grandfather who you just seen like is like, I'm gonna be a barber and I'm gonna be a radio station and I'm gonna make music and I'm gonna be a photographer, like, and he's still in Longview shooting videos for Laterno. Like, and it's crazy. And crazy part about it is like, I haven't even really talked to my grandfather. There's no bad blood. It's just that we the same. We know each other straight. I'm good. I know he good.
Yeah,
like, it's just like, I'm not gonna interrupt him. I don't feel like he wants to interrupt me. Like, but I don't feel like the love has changed. Like, he ain't called me, I ain't called him. But like, like it's just like,
it don't get no realer than this. When I first started this shit, my people thought I was fucking off in life.
Yeah.
You know our culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, no.
And I got,
but where I'm at now, bro, where this shit now, bro, they came here, bro. They drove from New Orleans and they came and it was like, they was not expecting this shit. And I was like, man, look, I work 80 hours a week to get my own capital. I was like, shit, like, credit important. Everything is trying to do that engine trying to get as strong as possible.
Right.
Son. You feel me? So I was like, I gave myself a time limit, bro. After, and I was like, I got 5 years. Give myself 5 years. I'm in year 2. Year 2, son. So now they watching. You know what I'm saying? They ask, but like I'm like, yeah, you're gonna see. In my head, you're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best way. You actions speak way louder than words. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's hard, like you said, it's hard to express your artistry or your real inner thoughts and express them in ways that are not verbal. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. So, because in some of our households, like for example, man, it was like a thing with me wanting to go to liberal arts school. It's like, oh no, there ain't no money in that. Oh no, you ain't this and this. I'm like, man, you crazy. Like everything digitized now, like everything graphics, everything is like
everything.
This way is at. Like,
everything.
but it's generationally it's different. Like they Gen X.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they at 57 years old.
Right.
My mom, like 56. They
all in their 50s.
Yeah. Like, look, y'all time was y'all time. It's my time. I gotta at the same time, I gotta hear y'all and I gotta feel y'all because I know that y'all do have the best interest, but also I gotta realize that this my time and it's my moment to like make whatever I can of what I think is my best effort. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Like I got multiple, like I said, I got multiple parents, so it's like I can go to different ones for different things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can kind of go to different ones for different things, and like with that, it's just a little bit easier, and yeah, like I can get advice from different directions. I'm kind of at a point now to where like they just kind of enjoying the ride and enjoying the show. Like they just they're kind of afraid to give me advice unless I ask. And it's not like I'm a stubborn person, but it's more so like they know I got a vision, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and I'm really at the point now where I'm really trying to just get my family more involved. Like, because I know I got a cold ass family. Like, I got like, I feel like my people like the Avengers type shit. And if I was able to get them all together, like, you can't fuck with it. Like, you can't fuck with it because, like, my dad can conduct himself corporately. My mom, she's fucking administrative assistant. You know what I mean? Not an administrative assistant. She's an admin, like for a big company. You know, I'm in the cannabis industry, so I won't want to get moms in trouble. Won't say what company type shit. But eventually I gotta go snatch my people up. Even my stepdad, like he has endless capital, but he just has never really been given a chance. And then also like they kind of fucked up, you know, part of his mindset just by being in the institution of like he's just afraid to bring that attention back on himself, or like they won't let you do shit. And I'm just big on like, nah, we about to take this, like we gonna take it, like fuck it, like we got everybody I seen died not doing the shit they want to do, or not feeling like they had something more to give, or they left some shit behind. And I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna go, but like I forget that I'm 29 sometimes. Like I'm
that's real.
I forget that I'm 29 sometimes, and I'm so on go, and I ain't got no time to waste. Like no time to play with nobody, no time to waste. Like yeah, like we really don't have time, bro. Like, I've seen how bad it's gonna get or how bad it gets. Like you eventually gonna have to take on your parents' role, and you know that shit they were stressing about when you was in the backseat in the car about, okay, what we gonna do about grandma's house? What we gonna do about grandma now she got cancer? What we gonna do about this? What we gonna do about that? What you gonna do when your mama's sick? You know what I mean? Like my mom's not sick right now. She healthy and well, but like she's in her 50s. Like you said, our parents are in their 50s. They're getting old, bro. Like they're getting old. Like it's almost time for us to step up. And are you gonna be in a position to?
Right.
It's strict business. Are you gonna be in the position to working for somebody else, better at that? Like, cause you relying on that. That's how people get sucked into a job or feeling like they have to do some shit they don't want to do. Is because life really gets hard. Right now, life is easy. If you're in your 20s, 30s, early 30s, life is easy.
Right.
Life is easy.
It's as easy as you make it.
Yeah, it's as easy as
You got to
make it.
understand how much you in control of your life and your decisions, and you put. Well, I think some people struggle with is understanding that every cause has an effect, every decision has an outcome.
Oh, everyone.
But it's what it really is. It's about how well you can keep your shit together when everything falling apart, and that kind of builds your character. But also, it's how well you can like get back up. I feel like,
especially not knowing when that diversity is gonna come, because that domino's gonna fall over sometime. But it's like, when is that shit gonna fall? Like like you said, everything has a every reaction has a equal reaction. I don't know if I said that shit correctly, but you know what I mean. Like that, you're gonna have to answer for everything you do.
Facts.
Everything you didn't do and everything you do.
Like, I want to learn from somebody, and I'm gonna let them know that, like, hey, like in ways that, like, I don't know this, like, damn, just so I can kind of pick their brain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type, man, I like to go ask. Like, I love hanging around old people. Right. I feel like they got a lot to give. Right. Like, especially where I'm at right now, man, you got to soak all of that shit in, because we are not here for long. We are only here for a smidget of time.
Like, I like ear hustling with old people, but I don't like just sitting down talking to them. Like, they too stuck in their ways. Like I'm like, okay, that sounds good, but like, shit, you don't know about this, and I know you're not trying to hear about this, so I'm not even gonna say this right now. You know, but I'll eardrop.
All right, guys, that's our time for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us. We want to keep this going. So for all of our new people, if you want to reach out to us, if you want to get in touch with us, we want to keep this going. Follow us at Culture Over Clout on TikTok, _Culture Over Clout on Instagram. Reach out to us if you want to be on a podcast, have something going at cultureovercloutpod@gmail.com, and check us out at microwavemedia.com. We out!